Hi everyone, Shawna L here, channeling the Galactic Federation of Light as of late. I've just hit 400 subscribers to my YouTube channel. That's excellent, guys. Thank you for your support. If you are digging these videos, please help me spread the message from the Galactic Federation of Light to all your Facebook friends. I'm kind of lame on Facebook. I'm just getting started with my page and kind of resisting that. So I'm looking to you to really help kind of as the Army of Light here on Earth to help me spread these messages, help the Galactic Federation of Light spread these messages. So please, if these are resonating with you, share away on Facebook. I so appreciate it. The Galactic Federation of Light, one of the big questions they came to me with here this summer was how can they help awaken as many of us as possible? And I mean, we're talking like we need like hundreds of millions of people to wake up here and to help with this ascension. And there's a lot of people here on Earth who have gotten tripped up in the illusion, under the veil, and they're not waking up for whatever reason. And you can see living here how hard it is, even for all of you who are watching, who are just starting your awakening journey. This is really hard, right? I just went through it. I'm still going through it in the last couple of years. So, let's consider ourselves an army of light here on the earth plane, working with, I'm not even going to say my guides, these are our guides, the Galactic Federation of Light, Archangel Metatron, the Galactic Council, Melchizedek. We've got a direct line to these guys. They're here to help, and they're asking for our help and helping ourselves, which is to help awaken as many people as possible. So if this resonates with you, please help me do that. Help us do that by sharing sharing whatever resonates with you on Facebook or with your friends and family and such. Okay, so that was my public service announcement. And I know I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again because I just think it's so important. I'm going to show you all my journals from the last 2 years. I think I have one more somewhere. So automatic writing, getting in touch with your spirit guide, getting in touch with your higher self, asking questions, getting quiet, receiving any answer that comes to your head, write it down. In terms of my channeling and the connection to these etheric beings, they started with an introduction to my spirit guide. And, so this was kind of my first book, and I've got, my spirit guide telling me, gosh, the vibration of planet Earth is going to be raising and you're going to be helping with that. I had no idea what that meant. I really didn't. But it's just so cool to be able to go back and look at these conversations that I was having with my spirit guide at the time and really see how I've evolved. And not only that, come back to wisdom that was there that maybe I wasn't ready to see or understand before, but now I am. So write everything down. And these journals became my book that I just released. Maybe you are going to release a book someday. Maybe your story is going to help other people evolve and awaken and to understand what's going on with this ascension. So I highly encourage you to journal. That's how I started channeling, to be quite honest. Automatic writing, then it wasn't writing, then it was recording my voice as these messages would come in. Now I'm on camera doing it, so it was an evolution. So today, I've got a handful of questions here. I think GHAP is ready to answer these. We've got some doozies in here, some interesting ones. I have no idea. I kind of have a general idea what they might say about a couple of these, but I'm just as interested as you guys are in terms of what they're going to say about these questions. So I'm going to get quiet and we'll get into it. Okay, we're going to start off big. How and where does Jesus fit into all of this? Yes, my darling, and thank you for this question. Jesus is exactly like you, omnipresent, a soul of love, everlasting, made from love, one with all. Jesus is not separate from you. Jesus is a part of you, just as every other living thing in existence is a part of you. Jesus was able to bring very potent messages to the planet during his incarnation, that particular incarnation, where he truly embodied Source. With the help of many of us, just like the help we are providing to you right now, Jesus had that very strong connection, that deep conviction. He was able to truly embody the light in his embodiment, in his life form there on earth at that time. My darlings, this is no different than you. This may seem blasphemous. You are not taught through your structured religions that this is the case. And because of that, many of you have put Jesus on a pedestal, way up high, out of reach. You could never be Jesus. He is too holy. I'm a mere mortal. We're here to tell you, you are just as Jesus was. Absolutely, in all facets, you have the ability to walk in light, walk in truth as Jesus did here on this planet. Jesus, along with many other ascended masters who walked this earth plane, are helping you right now. This is how important this transformation is at this time. It's all hands on deck to help humanity and Mother Earth ascend. This is such a glorious time, such a beautiful time to be alive, to be an embodiment, to experience this. My friends, you came here to do this. You signed up for it. As hard as this seems, can you also see the light here, the opportunity, the love? Can you feel this vibration and this energy, this crackling, this cracking of the cosmic egg, the light that's pouring in right now? This is Christ-like energy. This is your Christ consciousness. You all share this. You have been under a dark influence here. You have not been aware that this is you and who you are as your birthright. This is who you are. The veil is thick. You can transmute this veil. You can see through this illusion. We are telling you now you are capable of doing this. Just as Jesus was able to when he was on the earth for his time here of teaching. Don't think of yourselves as any less than Jesus. Any less than any form of life in existence. There's just varying levels of consciousness, and everybody on their own soul's journey to evolve toward complete oneness and love. This is not some far-fetched dream. This is reality, and it is truth. So my darlings, please hear what we say and know it in your heart. This is you as well, and you just need to remember it, know it, embody it, radiate it out. You too are the light, just as Jesus was, and still is to this day. We thank you for the question. Beautiful team, thank you so much. All right, completely switching gears here. Are you aware of QAnon, this movement? And if so, how do these messages, what's going on around QAnon, fit into this ascension? If they do, if it does. QAnon. We'd like to start by saying there are many facets of your beingness, many facets of life, of consciousness that are radiating down on this planet, radiating through this planet and all of existence here. There are many influences from many different dimensions. There's a lot of benevolence here coming into this plane of existence right now, this very, very special time, this very important time for all of you and for all of us. There are many ways to reach your consciousness, to help wake you up to truth. There are ways, and there are different ways that messages can be brought to your conscious awareness here as humans. We feel this movement is benevolent and it shares the same common purpose with many other benevolent beings here who are helping you with the raising of your vibration, the raising of your awareness, your awakening. This is yet but one facet of a movement here, a shared collective movement to help you all awaken to the truth of what's really happening here on Earth. As we've said before, what we're trying to help you understand is that there is a knowing in your heart. The truth resides in your heart, and once you know something, you know it. You can't unknow that. It's about energetic resonance more than it is analyzing, thinking, peeling something apart, really digging in. Because when you know, you just know. And this is not based on fear. This has to be true because it gets me so excited and anxious and so fearful. Oh my gosh, what if this is true? It must be true. That's not the kind of energy that you should be connecting with here. You're connecting with the knowingness, and it's got peace and calmness. That knowing is your truth. It is something you embody. It's more of a resonance on an energetic level than it is anything your ego could be bringing to you. So there's many ways that the awakening is happening on this planet. We ask that you have discernment here for your own truth and that you are not reacting in fear. So take all the messages that seem to be from an outside source. All the frequencies that are coming to you. And look to yourself as your own beacon of light, your own holder of your own truth. And let that be your compass. This is about you stepping into your freedom and into your power. Embodying your authentic self. Thinking for yourself. Not allowing yourself to be swayed by the fear paradigms that are out there now. Get caught up in that wave. Something that doesn't serve your highest good. If it's messages of what seem to be total doom and gloom, lacking in love, lacking in rebirth. Totally destitute, destructive messages. Check in with your energy on this. Check in with your higher self. Reach out to your guides. What truth out there is resonating with you in your heart? Let that be your guide. Let that be your compass. And live your life based on what's happening in here. Of the light. Of the light. And we'll leave you with this in terms of that question. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. Are there human clones here on Earth right now? Have the rich and famous made clones of themselves and have gone off to someplace else? Are they leaving the planet? Thank you for the question. This is a bit tricky. We are not able to say for sure exactly what's going on here with human cloning, with the technologies that some in your species may be using to navigate the changes that are coming to this planet. We can say, though, however, that this is not something to be in fear about. As you put your trust and faith into your own sovereignty, into your heart space, and into your own leadership abilities, you get to choose what you're going to be fearful of. You're going to be able to choose what you'd like to include into your reality. What kind of world are you living in? You're creating this every moment of every day. We are not able to speak directly about human clones at this time, and we're very sorry. But we ask that you not be in fear of this concept. And that you continue to have trust and faith in yourself and in all the love that's pouring into this planet, all the help you're receiving from higher dimensional beings who have nothing but your best interest at heart for humanity as a whole, to move forward in your evolution as a species and to see the new earth in fifth dimensional reality. There are many things happening with your existence on this earth plane that you are unaware of. There are many things going on that you would be appalled by. And we're sorry, we do not want to scare you here. This is part of us helping you raise your awareness and your consciousness of the truth of your existence. There are a lot of shadows here operating in darkness. They don't have your best interest at heart. They have been here ruling over you in very subtle ways under the radar, below your consciousness for a long time. This has not been your fault and has not been your doing. Your ignorance has been exploited. That's why we are here, to offer much needed assistance to get through this transition to a time where there is absolute balance between light and dark, and love in the heart rules all facets of society. Please, my children, do not be afraid of this. You've asked for this. Your souls are screaming for it. You are ready for ascension. Don't let any outside influence, or don't let anybody else tell you that this is not the truth. We thank you for the question. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. I think this is a good segue based on that answer. Final question here. Earlier, we talked about the dark forces here being wiped clean. This was a couple weeks ago that we had a channeling with that. The dark forces here being wiped clean with the ascension. Can you please speak more about what this means? The dark forces and entities, species and races who have come to planet Earth to exploit her resources will not only not be allowed to be operating with the new Earth, their frequencies will not allow it either. Their vibrational frequencies will not be in alignment with the 5D Earth. These are technologically advanced beings. They are an ancient species. They've been around a very long time, but they are unable to hold a fifth dimensional vibration. The balance between the light and dark that will be on planet Earth in her new form will be of a more natural kind, a more organic dark, a natural balance between the two. It's not just light and dark balance, it's masculine, feminine. It's a balance in all things, in all ways. But just by being in the nature of a fifth dimensional vibrational reality, we are embodying love here. There is truth. There's a whole new way of relating to each other. There is just no ability for the dark forces who are operating here on this earth plane to be operating at that frequency and in that realm of experience. So in that way, their influence will be wiped clean from this new earth paradigm. That doesn't mean that they won't operate in other places, in other realities. It's not a matter of them dying off or leaving the realm of existence. They will continue to exist, but they just will not be able to exist with this new earth. And we thank you for the question. Wow, okay. Thank you, Galactic Federation of Light. Thank you, everyone who's submitting questions. I've got more questions piling up. We'll do this again in a few days. Until then, journal, journal, journal. Write your biggest questions down. Get quiet. Wait for an answer. Write that down. Revisit it later. Wishing you a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you. Mwah.